everybody, I am making 2 videos in one day. That's gonna be interesting. Let's see how it goes. So as many of you are aware, I just got back from a cruise. If you follow me on Twitter, I talk about it a lot. I'm not sure if you can tell by the lighting and everything, but I am really tan. If you go look at my other videos, you can just see a visual difference because I looked like a pale elf or something like that. But now I am a normal human being. My skin isn't translucent, so that's a good thing. This cruise was really fun for me. There were some really highs and there were some extreme lows for me though. Just a point of advice for anyone going on a cruise. Don't just go with your mom and your sister and your sister's boyfriend and your sister's boyfriend's parents, because you're basically a fifth wheel to 2 couples and the only person you have to hang out with is your mother. Don't get me wrong, I love my mother. She's one of the coolest people I know. But I don't want to waste all my money gambling, you know, that's just not my style, and she is kind of a cockblock, if I can be completely honest. So it was lonely at points, you know, when I was on my little excursion all by myself, having nobody to talk to, and, you know, that was hard for me. But at the same time, you know, I went on a cruise, for God's sake. I spent time in the middle of the ocean. You know, I got to go to places I haven't been before, so that was exciting. Something that wasn't exciting, I got propositioned in the bathroom on the cruise. It was horrifying. There was this gentleman, okay? And don't get me wrong, I'm all about, I don't know, this sounds horrible, but I look like when I'm at a urinal or something. I'm human, you know, I'm curious. But this guy, he came into the urinal next to me, and he just right off the bat started looking. You know, you gotta have some subtlety, dude. You know, he might have been drunk, so he might have, like, in his mind waited like 40 minutes, but it was like 4 seconds. He had barely unzipped. So me being curious, you know, I looked too, and you know, he was offering it, so whatever. Then he started like touching himself and, you know, talking to me while I was on the urinal, which was weird. He wasn't ugly. He was just older. I'd say probably like 56. But not like the handsome 56. He was like the dowdy 56. So basically he asked me to go to his room with him to relieve some of his tension that had just come out of his pants. I zipped up and I went and I washed my hands, and as I was washing my hands, he came up behind me and squeezed my privates from behind. I slapped the bitch. I felt so bad. I've never slapped anybody or hit anybody in my life. I slapped him, okay? Nobody touches my business. Nobody. Right now, literally nobody touches my business, which is like a whole nother story, but only somebody that I want to touch my business can touch my business, okay? Besides the urinal incident, I didn't really have any other crazy experiences. I just had a normal cruise. It was nice. I had a crush on one of the dancers in the shows, so that was nice. You know, I got to see him every night dancing in really tight costumes. I'm not even sure he was gay, but you know, he was cute. He had a shaved head. So yeah, you know, you always have like a cruise crush. But I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed this rant about my sexual exploits on the cruise. I know I didn't enjoy it at the time, but looking back, it is really funny. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I love you. All right, bye.